Hello, guys, it's your girl Lola Loves You. And I know it might sound funny, but I'm going to be speaking the accent for the next few videos so it'll help my diction and not to stutter. Don't ask me what accent this is. One of my honey bunnies in a comment wanted me to do a video on Whitney Houston and her boyfriends. So we're going to go on the history of Whitney Houston boyfriends. As teenagers, Whitney told Robin that she had a boyfriend named Craig, and his mother was a member of the Sweet Inspirations. But we came to find out later that was a myth. Boyfriend number one would have to be Jermaine Jackson. Whitney and Jermaine met for recording for her first album, Whitney Houston. They met in LA and to record a few duets for her album and his album. Allegedly, while recording in the studio in LA, Whitney and Jermaine Jackson started a love affair. At this time in Jermaine Jackson's life, he was married, and Whitney Houston was really first starting her real relationship with a male, allegedly. The love affair lasted for a few months during the recording of Whitney Houston's first album. The Savor All My Love for You music video is dedicated for the love affair for Jermaine Jackson. On Jermaine Jackson's music video Do What You Do, model Iman really looks like Whitney Houston from 1984. I believe that was the resemblance of Whitney Houston. And on Whitney Houston's music video, Save All My Love For You, the fella looks like Jermaine Jackson. Coincidence? I don't know. The love affair ended when Jermaine Jackson allegedly stood up Whitney Houston when him and his brothers were coming to do a concert in Madison Square Garden. He told Whitney Houston he was going to give her backstage passes and concert tickets. He never called. The concert came and went, and so did their love affair. Boyfriend number two would have to be the Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson is a well-known restaurant owner and wealthy guy. Him and Whitney Houston supposedly dated in the late 80s on up, but I never, in my opinion, really thought that the relationship was real. You never seen a picture of him and Whitney ever together, just only his stories or other people's stories about them being together, but they can never produce a photo. But the scandal of this relationship, at the time, Whitney Houston worked with a producer named Kashif. Kashif had a beautiful fiance named Tracy Ross. Not Tracy Ellis Ross, but Tracy Ross, a nice, beautiful model of the 80s. And she played Eve, the role of Eve on soap opera Passions. And at the time, Whitney Houston went with supposed Brad Johnson. It's ironic that the Enquirers had exclusive information about their relationship and how he broke poor Whitney's heart, allegedly. Comes to find out that Tracy left Kashif and Brad left Whitney and they had a relationship and they had a baby. Boyfriend number three would be the iconic Eddie Murphy. During the late 80s as well, Whitney and Eddie had a romance. The romance lasted into the 90s, allegedly. Whitney was smitten by Eddie. If Eddie would have asked Whitney to marry him, allegedly Whitney would have said yes. But she was really more into him than he is to her. Allegedly, their relationship was more one-sided. Whitney liked Eddie more than he liked her. And in my opinion, I believe that Eddie was just courting Whitney Houston and start seeing her bad habits, and he did not like them. At time, Whitney tried to surprise Eddie and go to his house in lingerie with a fur coat and a homemade baked cake. As she got to the top of the gate, he would not let her in. This made Whitney Houston very upset and it broke her heart. And it resulted in her in allegedly a 2-day drug binge. And that really scorned her very badly. Allegedly, Eddie would make fun of her during their relationship, make fun of her weaves, talk about her rhythm, and just always said something, a smart remark about her, allegedly. Always made her the butt of his jokes. On Whitney's wedding day to Bobby Brown, Eddie begged her not to marry Bobby Brown. As a scorned woman, she went on with the marriage anyway. My opinion, I believe that added fuel to the fire, and Whitney was not having the man that broke her heart to try to steal her new love away from her. In the 80s and 90s, Whitney Houston supposedly had a few boyfriends that I did not name. And certainly, some would wonder, were these real relationships or stage relationships? I kind of paid attention to an excerpt in Robin's book that the father, John Huston, told Whitney and Robin to go on a fake double date and get caught by the paparazzi on purpose so that the inquirers and the news outlets would not be hounding her about her sexuality. That says a lot. And it's so funny with the relationship, supposedly relationship with Randall Cunningham, that they just got caught on this romantic getaway. Was that 1991? And then all of a sudden she get married to Bobby Brown in 92. In my opinion, that's very fishy. Then she was supposed to be dating Daryl Strawberry. And then she was supposed to be dating Mike Tyson, allegedly. And you have all these supposed relationships that she was supposed to be in. But ironically, after that, she just get married out of the blue. Very crazy. Last but not least, Bobby Brown. During this time, in my opinion, Whitney Houston was trying to get anyone to be her boyfriend for the public image. Her hairstylist says, allegedly, relationships with men for Whitney Houston was expected relationships. It's documented in the Whitney documentary. Her hairstylist says this. So Bobby Brown, I feel as though he was the one that she got along with the most. And I believe that the two had an understanding not to embarrass her. And, this is just, they go along to get along type of relationship. I do believe the two enjoyed each other's company and they had much fun. But I also believe that Whitney Houston was in love with being in the thought of marriage and a child and a baby and people who leave her alone about her sexuality. And I believe Bobby Brown loved the fact that he could get Whitney Houston, the number one diva of them all. So I think their relationship on both ends ended up on codependency. I do believe they share a lot of good moments together, but overall more bad moments together. But the most beautiful thing of the two relationship was Bobby Christina. So those are Whitney Houston's boyfriends and ultimate her husband. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment, thumbs up, subscribe, and let your girl know how you like the accent or you don't like the accent. Let me know in the comments below. What other Whitney Houston videos would you like to see?